It's red. Everything in my vision is crimson red. The only thing left in this place now is death. For what reason was this much bloodshed necessary? Cheongmyeong. Saji. Sajals. They're all dead. Over 20 different sects, including the 10 great sects, the ultimate military unit composed of the elites of the elites. Their clash with Cheonma only resulted in a complete annihilation. And whose fault is this? It is because of that man. The demon sent from the skies, from the devilish group who turned the entire world into a bloodshed, the leader of the heavenly demon sect. Cheonma the heavenly demon. The Mount Hua Sect. How unfortunate, disciple of the Mount Hua Sect. If only you were able to get out of here alive, you could have boasted about the glory of having killed me for the entirety of your life. Just shut up already. You have every right to be proud of yourself. Even though you had help from many people, your sword eventually reached my body. In my name of Cheonma, I acknowledge your swordsmanship as. I recognize the Mount Hua Sect swordsmanship as the greatest in the world. I said shut up. It's quite a shame. If I were given just one more day, I would have been able to truly become a man befitting the name of Cheonma. But this must also be my destiny. Remember, Mount Hua Sect's disciple. This is not the end. The demons will return. And when that happens, the world will be taken over by the demons. And no one will be able to stop the demons. The war is over. And an inevitable death is approaching me. What will happen to the Mount Hua Sect now? Every single member of the Mount Hua Sect has lost their lives in this place. And the followers of the members of the Mount Hua Sect have also lost their lives. The only ones left are the powerless children. Was all the bloodshed caused by the Mount Hua Sect actually meaningful? If only I was even a little bit more dedicated to training, couldn't I have saved at least one more life? This is all meaningless. This is all just meaningless. A plum blossom bloom must come to an end at some point, pant, pant. Pant. Oh, the Mount Hua Sect. The 13th disciple of the great Mount Hua Sect, one of the 3 great swordsmen, Plum Blossom Sword Saints, Cheongmyeong. After killing Cheonma, who has brought destruction and disarray onto the world, he breathed his last breath on top of the headquarter mountain of the heavenly demon sect. This short anecdote was the only legacy I had left behind in this world. You brat, Cheongmyeong. Is my life flashing before my eyes? You are an ascetic practitioner before a martial artist. You should know power without ethics can only be regarded as violence. He's at it again. I was sick of it. Even though I was a disciple of the Mount Hua Sect, I could not completely follow the teachings of sect. I was getting undeserved attention because of my talents, but in fact, I was a mere rookie in the Mount Hua Sect. Why did I not realize back then? That everything I had came from the Mount Hua Sect. Do you regret your past? Yes, Cheongmyeong, I regret my past. If only I was more dedicated in following the teachings from the Mount Hua Sect. And if I could become even a bit stronger than I was. I could have changed the ending of this horrendous tragedy. There is no need to regret. The Mount Hua Sect will continue. No matter what happens. There'll always be the Mount Hua Sect. Cheonma. Wasn't he dead? Cheonma. Cheonma, my ass. That's a hell of a sleep talk you're doing there, you bum. Everyone already went to bed, and what gave you the nerve to sleep in so late? What's happening? So that bum brat is, who? Did you just laugh? Threatening me? Look here, young man. I still don't understand what's going on here, but please put that thing down first. Look here. Ha. Ha. Ha 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 ha. It doesn't make any sense at this point. I'm still Cheongmyeong, one of the Plum Blossom Sword Saints. I'm someone even the leader of the Beggars Union treats with respect. And yet, this little brat is. You're dead to me today. I'll make sure to teach him a lesson. I'll block that slow swing first. Ha. It's short. My hand. Why is it so short? It can't be this short. I can't block the attack if it's this short. You bastard. You still don't understand. You still don't understand. Alright then. I'll make sure you completely understand. There's a degree to which a person can lose their mind. A good beating will smack you out of it. Ack. Wake. Ack. Qua-ak. Spare me. I'll come back later. Kuhung. Ouchie, ouchie, that damned bum brat, I was never beaten this bad, even in the Mount Hua Sect. Even if it's for the sake of that brat, I'll make sure to take care of the beggars of the Beggars Union. Tremble tremble. Anyhow. Who is this child I see from the reflection of the water? Just what the hell is going on? Is this the reincarnation that's mentioned in Buddhism? I would have entered the Shaolin Temple instead if I knew this would happen. Hey. Hey, you're the one I saw when I was getting beaten, you're the guy who ran away instantly. You alright? Wang Cho is always like that, but he went overboard today. One thing. No, let me ask you two things. Me. Am I a beggar? It's kinda obvious if you look at what you're wearing. Ah. Damn it. How could I be a beggar? I get the gist of it, so second question. Cheonma. Do you know who Cheonma is? I thought you were acting quite normal for someone who was beaten badly, but, looks like I was wrong. Just answer me, you bum. Sigh, alright, you bum. Yeah, I know who Cheonma is. Isn't he the leader of the heavenly demon sect who died 100 years ago? Wah. Who? 100 years ago? Did you just say it's been 100 years since Cheonma died? 100 years? What are you doing? Are you really telling the truth? Lying to you wouldn't benefit me in any way. Ha. This is insane, 100 years. Couldn't they have let me reincarnate to the time right after I died? This is almost like I've been left alone in this world. How could things go so wrong, you alright? Then, the Mount Hua Sect must have also. Huh. Yeah, the Mount Hua Sect. The Mount Hua Sect. What happened to the Mount Hua Sect? The Mount Hua Sect. What's that? Aren't you a beggar? I am. Just like you. So that means you're part of the Beggars' Union, but you don't know the Mount Hua Sect, one of the 10 great sects just like the Beggars' Union? Do you even know what you're talking about? What nonsense are you spouting? The 10 great sects are Shaolin Temple, the Wudong, Ashen Sect, Kongtong Sect, Qingqing Sect, the Lotus Order, Southern Island Sect, Kunlun Sect, the Beggars' Union, and the Southern Edge Sect. There's no such thing as the Mount Hua Sect in the 10 great sects. The Mount Hua Sect isn't part of the 10 great sects. How is that possible? Again. The Southern Island Sect. The Southern Island Sect, you said? Those country island bumpkins have become one of the 10 great sects. Hold up, that's not what's important. The Mount Hua Sect isn't part of the 10 great sects anymore. The Mount Hua Sect. The Mount Hua Sect. Now that I think about it, I think I have heard that such a sect exists on the Shaanxi province map. The Shaanxi province map. Right. It must be on the Shaanxi map somewhere. Do you know anything about it? I'm not sure about them being a part of the 10 great sects, but... As far as I know, the Mount Hua Sect has already fallen. It has fallen. The Mount Hua Sect has. The sect that was one of the 3 most prominent sects in the world, along with the Wudong and the Northern Loyal family. The Mount Hua Sect has fallen. Yut. Ack. Thud. Ouch, my head. I refuse to believe it, I need to check with my own eyes. I'm heading to Mount Hua. I wouldn't if I were you. If you don't want to get beaten up again, you should just go begging. Shut up, bastard. I'll be asking you a few more questions, so just answer me. He's not listening to me at all. Firstly, this body of mine. What is the name of this body? Why would a beggar have a name? You just call them whatever you want. You're Cho Sam. That's a beggar-like name. And the age? Judging from the skin, around 15 or 16 maybe. How would a beggar know their age? It's fine if you don't know. Now give me your name and the name of the brat who beat me. Do you really not remember anything? My name is Ku Chil, and the one who beat you is Ku Pao, but we call him Wang Cho. Listen carefully. I repay favors twofold, and I return grudges tenfold. Remember the name, Cheongmyeong, of the Mount Hua Sect. The next time we meet, I will return today's favor. Anyways, I'll be leaving now. Which way is the Mount Hua of the Shaanxi province? Sigh. I'm running. I'm going there by foot. Even in my past life, I didn't ride such a slow thing as a horse. And yet. Egu, I'm gonna die. This body isn't fit at all, so I'm already tired after running for only a few minutes. I need to get to the Shaanxi province with this body. There's no way it's possible. I'd probably pass out and die on the way there. So how do I go to the Shaanxi province, you ask? This is where the trickeries of the great Cheongmyeong come into play. Ho 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 ho. Kekik kek. I just need to train myself in martial arts. The others probably don't realize how amazing this opportunity is. Even those who have reached the peak of their martial arts skill have regrets. They regret that when they were younger, they should have focused more on the fundamentals. Snore. They also regret that when their Sayang nagged them to train, they should have at least pretended to. And that they shouldn't have been caught drinking the liquor their Sayang hid awa. Oh, disregard the last one. It was delicious. Anyhow. I can do this all over again. Let's first find a place where I can avoid contact with the physical world the most. Here will do. Alright then, what should I learn first? I have countless number of theories of advanced martial arts techniques stored in my head. Every martial arts technique and the history of the Mount Hua Sect resides by my side. I know tons of methods of inner chi cultivation techniques. If I don't limit myself to just the techniques of the Mount Hua Sect, the amount I'll learn will easily multiply. And out of the many techniques, I will first learn equilibrium. What kind of martial arts technique is it? It's a technique that is thrown away very cheaply in illegal street stores. And my reason for learning this cheaply sold technique? Because it's not a cheap technique at all. This is one of the beginner techniques of the Mount Hua Sect. Everyone who enters the sect starts out by learning this technique. Equilibrium cannot significantly increase one's inner chi strength, but it perfectly cleanses one's body. In other words, it's a fundamental technique. There's no need for me to rush things. I just need to establish a strong foundation for the tower of my inner body strength. This is where it begins. I need to make sure to precisely cleanse the energy absorbed from my surroundings. Almost like fixing a small misalignment in a big fabric strand by strand. Perfectly cleanse any impure energy. And if I gather the cleansed energy into the dantian of my body, it's done. This dantian will be the foundation that will open up a whole new world for me. A small but firm energy will roll like a snowball and eventually become an avalanche no one is able to stop. Shall I run to Mount Hua now? Huh. Oh, right. I already used all of my energy learning the technique. Damn it, equilibrium doesn't help at all when I need to use my body right away. Cheongmyeong, you sometimes just forget to use your brain. Haha, go away, Sayoung. You're pissing me off. How am I going to get to Mount Hua at this rate? Brother,